Assalamualaikum and good morning. My name is Allieya binti Fadil and my matrix number 210834. Today, we will present our topics which is mental health where we focus more on students. What is actually mental health? Mental health includes our emotional, psychological and social well-being. This obviously will affect on how we think, feel and make choices. Mental health is important at every stage of life, but now I will focus more about mental health problems among students. On what we have observed, the major reasons why students have mental health problems is because their pressure to succeed and economic and financial pressures. How can these 2 points affect the students? Now I will explain about first main point, which is pressure to succeed. I am sure all students want to achieve the best in their studies so that they can secure their future. Students are desire to achieve high grades in every exam or test. Regarding the situation to succeed, many students suffer with stress, depressed, where the major reasons is because when family puts high hopes on them. The future of a child is biggest concern to parent nowadays. Apart from academics, children also bogged down by rising expectations in various areas where they have their own interests like sports, music, arts, and more. Hence, without giving care to the wholesome development of the students, parents keep on pushing the boundaries that ultimately leads to the mental health problems. Some studies state that most stressed and depressed students were upper class students and those living off campus. Next, students also pressured to look and decide on future career path. Most students worry that once they graduate, there will be no opportunities for them to pursue their career. In 2020, it is recorded that graduates employment rate increased to 4.4% compared in 2019, which is only 3.9%. By this situation, students become more worried and stressed thinking about the future, which obviously led to the mental health problems. In studies also state that company only hired graduates with experience and great skills in their occupation category. Since students, especially those in the final year, are more focused with their final year project assignments, they don't have that much time to seek for an experience and learn more about the new skills. So by this reason, they become more pressured and worried about their future, which is are the major led to the mental health problems. I think that's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter.
Thank you, Allieya. My name is Farzana Binti Mohd Fadil, and my metric number is 21104. For my point, the second point is economic and financial pressures. Financial cost increases these days. Why is the cost of education rising? Inflation is pushing up college tuition and fees, while staff shortage are forcing wages and benefits higher. The squeeze comes at the worst possible time for higher education. Financial stress and mental health among higher education students in the UK up to 2018, rapid review of evidence. The search strategy yielded 1,272 studies, 9 met the inclusion criteria. A further 2 were identified through hand searching. The median sample size was 408. Only 3 of 7 studies found an association between higher debt and worse mental health. There was a consistent cross-sectional relationship between worse mental health and both experience of financial difficulties and debt worry or financial concern, though longitudinal evidence was mixed and limited to 6 studies. Among higher education students in the UK, there is little evidence that the amount of debt is associated with mental health. However, more subjective measures of increased financial stress were more consistently associated with worse mental health outcomes. Next, students must take out loans to afford. But why should students take out loans? Student loans help students pay for college, fill in financial gaps, and provide essential funds to cover educational expenses. Student loans often offer special terms and provisions that make them a more affordable and manageable commitment for young college-bound students. Most student loans offer lower interest rates, deferred payment options, and a repayment grace period following graduation. However, the influence of COVID-19 on stress, substance use, and mental health among post-secondary students. During 2019, between 45.1 and 51.6% of post-secondary education students reported that they had felt so depressed that it was difficult to function, and 65.7 until 68.9% felt overwhelming anxiety within the previous 12 months. Post-secondary students deserve a special focus when considering mental health or substance use in the context of the broader category of emerging adulthood. For example, university students report distress levels that are twice that of their non-student peers, and high depression prevalence rates compared to other young adult populations. The stressors that post-secondary students encounter, such as academic performance, pressure to succeed, post-graduation plans, financial concerns, relationship with friends or family, and overall health are certainly linked to mental health disorders. And increased substance used to deal with high levels of stress, students commonly self-medicate through unhealthy coping methods such as smoking, alcohol use, and or other drug use. To conclude our discussion for today, there's a research shows that high levels of mental health are associated with increased learning, creativity, and productivity, more pro-social behavior and positive social relationships, and with improved physical health and life expectancy. Positive mental health focuses on developing environments where you can thrive and reach your optimum potential at work, study, and in life. At times, we all experience personal difficulties that may cause disruption and confusion in our lives. Study usually involves a significant commitment of time and effort and requires a disciplined routine in order to achieve academic success, which can place significant stress on mental health. It's important that in times of high stress, we have strategies in place to protect our mental health. That's all from us. Thank you.